Warning, this is all financial advice. You can invest in any way that will make you feel comfortable. This is just a full breakdown of the stock to help you invest into a company that will help you grow your portfolio for the long term. Thank you.
It's time to hone your skills. You'll certainly need it.
Hello guys, my name is Kool-Aid Man 100X. Welcome to Black Money. Black people, listen, we're going to be analyzing and reviewing Uber. I know y'all been waiting on this one. We all been waiting on this one because I actually want to know what I'm paying for Uber. Shoot, man, because, man, Uber getting expensive. So we're going to break down the company and see why y'all losing money like I'm losing money. So let's jump into it. First thing I like to do to let us know what dividends is what we put money in. We need to get paid some back. So let's check if Uber pay for dividends. So as we see here, Uber does not currently pay any dividends. There's no history of dividends payments. And we can see here, I don't even think they have the section for Uber to be paid on them too as well, which I don't know why it's taking so long to load, but they don't pay no dividends. They don't pay no dividends basically. So when you see the company actually paying with the dividends here, go to the stock analysis here. It took so long to update, but edit that out. So we go to Uber here. And we can see they paid no dividends, which is proof they don't pay nothing. So off rip, I'm not investing in something I don't get nothing back from. And we always have to lever ourselves with their capital gain, which is garbage. So let's go over the charts. Y'all know y'all love the charts with me. So I always do the 6 months, 1 year, 5 or max. So to see how the overall company actually performed, I give you the numbers and the volumes and the percentages on how it rocks. So I jump into the 6 months. Ooh, that's not good. The first one's around 84.86. Y'all dropped 5.52% within 51 million to invest. Actually went back up 5.95%, which the price was 85.54, which the volume was 28 million. Interesting. Dropped down to $73.92, which put y'all in a negative of 5.15%, which dropped the volume down to 63 million. I don't know why people invest in Uber like that. 77.28, which actually add a 5.99% increase of 21 million in volume. You can see the volume is 36 million right now, which was bring it to $79.17 and 8.53% volume of 36 million. That's interesting. The volume was pretty much high. How was Uber? We're talking about a service that's not even real, that is all digital, at $92.57 a share, and they don't pay any dividends to you. This is a company that does not give you nothing back. How did y'all let this happen is the question. Interesting. So let's look at it in 1 year. They're still in the red, which is crazy. How? Y'all had a jump of 96.7? 97 was y'all highest? I don't get it. But the key element I didn't understand was they were at 91. Took the hit for 39. 754%, which is 39 million volume, which took this hit down to 6.89 with a 42 million. So how y'all had more and y'all had less with more people? I guess, I think that was the bailout though. Then we took it here at 28 million. Volume was dropping and they went up in profit. Then they just went down from there. Yep. Which is 21 million in volume. People start keying on. And, or just 36 million. So I went from 20. So it's like a hit or miss and volatile. I don't get it. Y'all 79. See, I think y'all gonna drop back. I'm really considering them gonna be dropping down to 50, if not 40 a share. I can see it actually happen. 5 years, they in the green. I figured that. We don't even have to look at the other one. This one here actually bring it up to 86.34, which is 16.24%, 123 million people total in 5 years. That's not bad. But I'm still trying to figure out how is the function going within these years. How did y'all let them get to damn near $98 a share? How? And this was back in 2025 after the pandemic. But I have to say though, the reason that was because a lot of people weren't driving, a lot of people were sick, a lot of people was, taking Ubers like crazy. So I think the profitability in their net is what's gonna tell why y'all was damn near $100 a share. Interesting. So overall, max, y'all did pretty good. Y'all had the key metrics of that, but this highest here, this 98.51. I'm curious because I want to know if y'all net matches this share. So y'all know me. Let's jump in behind the hood and see what the financials actually give us. When we go to the cash flow section, and their net income is 263 million. Y'all went from 136 billion, 663 billion, 296 million to 263. Oh. Oh, the reason why this drop, we're going to see them expenses and stuff too as well. So cash operations. This is network. This is all network. Y'all have to pay for the internet space, the security, all that stuff. I can see that being a lot. Everything's online, so it's going to cost more. The name, advertisement, all that stuff makes sense. I understand that. Changing inventory, none. Y'all all digital. So, I can see that cash from financing. Nah, this. Ooh, this where y'all money going. 195,536, negative 3.12 billion, 309 billion. Financing. Now this is interesting. Why? This is an all digital company, right? Now this is where I'm thinking. Now pay attention to this. Financing, right? Because back in the day, Uber was just for college kids. Like, it was just for kids to make extra money. This was Uber for. Uber was never supposed to be this. It never was supposed to be this. So another thing too is that they're financing to pay people. But I'm thinking while they're in the hole as far as financing, I think Uber is going to transition into hiring professional drivers. Now I'm thinking that's what they're financing. They're financing places to do their own driver because they can't trust other people because they're taking so many lawsuits and stuff. Shoot, you see so many Uber accidents, so many fights, so many with these drivers. Uber is starting to be a problem in the financing department. So I can see that being the financing. So yeah, free cash flow. Oh, they making money. They making money. I figured that the cash flow is ridiculous, if not more. So, they making money. You ain't got to worry about them making anything. They free cash flow is crazy because look how many people that can drive. Look how many people that losing their license. So Uber is really taking over as far as they're cut off the rise. Yo, what's up, guys? This your boy Kool-Aid Man 100X. I want you to hit the link in the description below for my zero investment books. We have a quick sale going on for $7. Link will be in the description below or in the comments below as well, so you can get a chance to get the $7 deal and other things that you want to learn how to invest and take your investing to the next level. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'm gonna catch you guys there alone. So and I really think they're actually changing people routes, because I thought this was interesting that the route that you take, your main route can't be changed. Now, if they added this feature, this would cut down the cost of drivers, and they should have you be able to search a driver in the area at the particular location that's closer. That would make the drive more seamless and not charge the driver much in gas, but not having to fight on price as the, you know what I'm saying? So they really not having your own expense with your own item. So that's what I'm thinking Uber is financing into their own transportation service. Now that's going to be a game changer once you think about it, because their cash flow is 1.15 billion and they already unleveraged cash of 1.21 billion. So are they investing into their own service, their own cars, their own, like pretty much taking over the taxi with just Uber by having everything? Now imagine they have Uber automatically running on digital technology, off digital technology. Then you have a physical product that you can sell to as well. And you finance these things. If not, electric cars, that's going to be the next thing. That Uber. So it's something big coming with Uber. They're just not explaining it. So I gave you a couple of options there. So the next thing we look into is these balance sheets. So we're really about to get into the hood and these balance sheets too as well. So let's take a look at that, which will be the balance sheet here. So inventory is all digital. They have no inventory. Total current assets. Total current assets is one. Nah, this is now for a company that's all digital, got 14, damn near 12.82 billion in assets. That's crazy. They lost a few because they was at the peak at 15. If they would have upped their assets, this company would have been like at least $200 a share. Because man, if they can invest back into the technology of making it more better in Uber, but you have to take into account people's phone service. Cause I run into an issue where I was getting a ride from one of my doctors, and a lot of these people are using these services with no data. Now, let's say if Uber creates a phone for you to work off of, give you a phone to work off, drive their cars, man, it's something big happening with Uber. I'm thinking of all type of ways they can make this company, if not better. So they're doing something big behind the scenes. I don't know what it is, but it's something big that's going to affect these drivers and these people that have been doing this for years. So that's a big thing that's happening with Uber as well. Big thing. You have to take that into account as well. Your total prepaid expenses. The current assets is really good. Their prepaid expenses. Let's look at that. Debt is crazy work. That's interesting for them to have long-term debt like this. I don't know why. That's interesting. But why is that though? Looking for that. I think, I don't know where it's at. They don't have any because it's all digital. I don't even think they have that. That's interesting if they don't. I thought they do. Here it is. Prepaid expenses. I gotta remember this under the tax one. This is all digital. Them just to run the app alone. To run the app alone. I can see that. That's decent. That's actually cheap, to be honest with you. If they're profiting 1.22 billion off their unleveraged and cash flow, and then all they paying is 423 million, staying within the 400 range of million is nothing. You got $1 billion, all you just taking is 400 or something. Crazy work. Now this is what's interesting. Current expenses, billions. Billions. Are they taking, now this is interesting. Total assets, billions. I have to say, for Uber to be an all digital company, their total assets is ridiculous. This is a company that has no building, nothing. Everything is ran off online apps. For you to have a total asset of 55 big, I have to say Uber is something to invest in. Long term, yes. ETF, yes. Index, yes. Uber is solely by itself, no. ETF, yes, because this is good. This is really good. Long term, yes. If you're looking for a long term ETF or whatever, and Uber in it. Uber in it. As far as their total assets, is great. They a profitable company that Uber is making money. Hate to say it. So let's look at the key issues. Anonymous vehicle, roadblocks tax, completion of third opportunity. Now we're going to look at the bullish and the bearish view. Uber's actually building a hybrid. I knew it. See what I'm saying? I knew it. I told you they were working on. I said Uber is building a hybrid future by partnering with AV players, including the NVIDIA partnership and plan to deploy anonymous vehicles. I told you. Automotive vehicles at least 10 cities by the end of 2026. So they're boy, whoever doing Uber, y'all better make as much money as y'all can. I'm telling you. I just said that earlier. I have not read this. This is full live right now. I knew this was going to happen. I just said it earlier. I said they're planning something big to where they can obsolete these drivers, obsolete these lawsuits, obsolete these fights with these drivers, so they won't be liable for this anymore. So this is why Uber is going to invest into their own vehicles, hire their own drivers, and position the Uber platform and beneficiary of the robot taxi era. Rather than casually of it, expand the earnings opportunity. What I'm telling you, they're gonna come on with their own car and go pick you up themselves. If that doesn't work with the robot taxi, they're going to get drivers. They're going to get drivers to drive for Uber like a taxi service. I'm telling you, they're going to be the next transportation. They're going to be the next transportation people. That's what's going to happen. Investors and analysts have raised persistent of concerns that the rise of the robot tax from the competitors could Uber core rideshare business. Could it crude Uber core rideshare business? I don't know. UPS analysis noted that the investors are actively seeking clarity on how the emergence of the robot tax service may negatively affect the Uber driver. I said it's going to affect these drivers. I just said that. I predicted that just literally 5 minutes ago. This is going to affect these drivers because it's going to take these drivers out of building. They ain't got to worry about liability. They're going to profit even more. Then they're using NVIDIA. They're partnering with NVIDIA, which is the highest codec systems you can ever provide with is NVIDIA. They had enough money to pay for NVIDIA to build this. Oh, this is going to be sick. This is going to be something that's innovative. This might compete. And if I'm not mistaken, if they build this right, as far as an electric car for a robot taxi that runs purely off of picking a person up, you see a ride. This might affect Ford, Chrysler. This is big if Uber pulls this off correctly and not just rush it. But this has been in the wait for a while. I see why the margin of stock went up because of that. So this brings in the contention of Uber is making some big moves and they not saying anything. And I think I broke the code. I figured this was going to happen. This is going to affect a lot of drivers. So Uber drivers, if you're out there, man.
What is an analyst consensus? Analyst consensus refers to the average of different analysts' estimates about a stock's or security's performance, particularly regarding future earnings or financial metrics. It is an aggregated estimate that helps investors gauge market expectations and is crucial for financial communication. This consensus can also assist in identifying forecast errors made by management.
Y'all need to make as much money because if this robot tax worked the way I'm thinking, this robot taxi works the way I'm thinking of to where it's permanently within your reach of driving, they can just come pick you up and take you home. Easy. Easy. With no system malfunction, because they're trying this in other cities and a lot of system malfunction happen. But if they got NVIDIA partnering with NVIDIA, oh, this thing gonna run so great. They ain't even gonna. Boy, this is deep with Uber. Boy, this is deep. Partner with them. Ooh, it's going to be deep and it's going to take and a lot of drivers need to understand this. This is going to affect. That's why I said this whole section here is going to affect y'all. It's going to affect it. So man, if y'all Ubering, make your money, keep making your money, keep making money. So let's look at the analyst consensus of Uber. Strong buy. I figured that. This is something that's really going to change the game for a lot of customers, a lot of people. It's a strong buy. And I figured this was going to happen because if they're, just like I said, if they can get out of the liability with these lawsuits, man, they cash flow is going to be sick. They don't have to worry about liabilities. They don't have to worry about taking care of the driver. They don't even have to worry about paying the drivers itself. They can actually cut them out completely and have the robot taxi run the company itself. Pretty much how Amazon is doing, except with their own car, their own drive. Uber making a big step to be not just innovative, but literally taking over the whole transportation space, which this might obsolete buses. If not, I wouldn't even be surprised if Uber creates a bus line. Wouldn't that be sick? If Uber creates a transportation, you can pay a bus. If Uber create a bus that takes you around the city on a around the clock basis, like, and that's another thing too, that this might be innovative. Think about what Uber can really do with this type of system in general. They can take this beyond not just cars, buses, elderly transportations. Man, this can be big. Imagine having a bus that can run 24 hours around the clock. Bro, that's like nonstop transportation running around the city for different routes. It's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just saying, really look out for, I wouldn't say if you're investing in Uber, I would say investing to them solely into an index fund or ETF, which you have more stocks in case it falls. But if I pretty much just proved to you what they're doing in the future, this is something to invest in. I would say this is something, if you're investing into Uber all the way, just be careful because we don't know how this is going to turn out. But I say just make sure it's in an ETF that feels more comfortable for you. Get a nice ETF, lose SP5, make sure it's in there, and you're set for the rest of your life just to see what Uber going to do before you invest into it solely as a company. So that's what I would do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one.